Good afternoon, everybody. We are back again. It's myself, the Sobri Boys Walifatsi, together with Shakes Manqoba Ngwenya and Sepang Hole, last born. Shakes, may you kindly greet the viewers and then so that we get started. Shakes?
Thank you, Prasobri. Thank you for having me on your show, Prasobri. Greetings to all the viewers of the Big R Show, and greetings to you and Tsepang. Thank you for having me on the show.
Okay, Tsepang, you must watch Shakes' son. I saw him on Facebook, and guys, watch the young man is coming. So maybe that's the new Messi. So I'm gonna support that one. It's gonna be our next Messi now. we'll have his special now. Sepang, greet the viewers. Let's get started.
Yes, afternoon to the viewers out there and to the Big Art family. And yeah, it's always an honor to have Mr. Shakes with us. I hope everyone enjoys the show. And yeah, part 2 of the show has begun. We've got a lot of news to share with everyone. So thank you very much.
Shakes, let's get started. What news do you have?
There was the CAF Champions League this past weekend, and we saw a game against Sundowns in playing away from home. They drew 2-2 with Mshishi scoring 2 goals, Tembazwane. Not the best of results. If you watch the game, you know, when I watched the game, we dominated the game, and we should have won it, but we had a careless mistakes at the back, which cost us the 2 points. But Sundowns have an opportunity to rectify that in the second round at home. So all in all, a draw is not the worst result away from home.
Looking at the fact that they scored 2 away goals, that will come handy for us. That will come handy for us, and they are coming back home. And when they come back home, we need to seal it now. So big up to Mamelodi Sundowns. Let them continue the good job. Tsepang, any other news that you want to give us?
Yes, Ben Motswari has returned to training. He has said that he is ready to fight back for his spot within the camp. We can't wait to see him back. Vincent Pule also suffered an injury, which is very bad. So it's just a huge setback for him. And then Temingosi Lodge and Zakele Lupasa, apparently they are in rehab, but they are doing well. They are receiving the rehab well, and they'll be fit in no time, as they say, so that we'll be able to see them back in action again within the team. So yeah, we can't wait for them to return.
Yeah, and while you're still there, I hear what's the name again? Mamelodi Sundowns coach Rulani Mukwena complaining that when the players come from the national squad, they either come fatigued or injured. And then he says the training method is not good. In fact, he was hitting back at Coach Bruce because he says Bruce is complaining that he's being somehow sabotaged, especially Mamelodi Sundowns, since they're playing outside. So what I've picked up, I don't know whether SAFA has not created that communication lines whereby the coach will meet all the PSL coaches and then discuss in terms of the players, availability of the players, their fitness, and so on, so that we speak the same language. I don't know. Have you picked up anything as far as that is concerned? To my knowledge, there's nothing in existence as far as that is concerned. So maybe they'll be able to, get things going. And yeah, Shakes, do you want to say something about that? Does really the different training method have impact on players? Shakes?
Yeah, Prasobri. I think it's the right thing to do when a coach comes in the country. He meets all the other coaches and he gets more knowledge on the players from the different teams that he's going to select to know what the players' fitness levels are as well. You know, but what I picked up with the new coach, and it's not a fact, but what I see is that the communication right now hasn't been of the best with the coaches. You can see the coach, he wants to implement his own. He doesn't want to be influenced by coaches and agents. So I think the coach wants to see things on his own first before applying his mind with the coaches. He wants to have his own philosophy, his own way of doing things. But obviously, the training methods are different, and it does affect the players somewhat, depending on the coaching methods of national team coach.
Is it true, Shakes, that the agents do meet the national coach and whisper into his ear? I know Jomo at one stage once raised that you know, to be a coach of Bafana Bafana, it's so tough because you get so many people offering you lunch and they want to talk about them. Is it true? Because you are playing you played at the highest level.
Definitely, Prasobri. I mean, if I'm the coach of, if I'm Themba Zwane's agent, I'm Jasmine. Definitely, I want to talk to the coach. I want my player in the team. He's one of the best players in the country. That's his job, to make sure he promotes the players. So yes, the agents want to have an influence. If Mshishi is not playing, I'm sure Jasmine can't relax on that.
Now, does this extend to the fact that there might be some kind of underhand, under the table exchange? Like some kind of bribery, paying each other? Does it go to that level? Or it's a question of me as an agent that say, you know, this boy is good when he's doing this. Yeah, his videos and stuff like that. Moreover, that Bruce is from overseas. I don't know whether he knows our players well or what, you know. I don't know. I'm just asking. Does it happen that way, Shakes? Or you're not sure? If you're not sure, let's leave it. Because
yeah, what I can tell you, Prasobri, is that the agents definitely they
Okay, I'm listening.
Can you hear me, Prasobri?
Yeah. We hear you very well. Yeah. Shakes, we hear you very well.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you very well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say maybe there's any bribery in terms of cash incentive or whatever, but definitely the coach, definitely the agent will want to have his influence on the coach, because the agent's interest is to make sure that the player is playing in the national team. So I believe that the coach's job is very difficult, because he will get calls from all these agents, and even the coaches, some of them will not be happy that some players are not being selected, whom they feel they deserve, they should be playing in the national team.
Okay. I will see, but we hope that they'll sort out these difficulties. But I, as an observer from outside, it seems as if the bad blood, that's me, I may be wrong, that exists between SAFA and PSL is spilling over to this arrangement of the national coach. That's me. I may be wrong. Sepang, what's your take? Because I suspect there is a bad blood between the two organizations, SAFA and PSL.
Yeah, I think I could agree with you because from the word go, when the coach started working, there were certain players that he wanted to use, but he couldn't use. And then even him, he hasn't gotten the much support that he probably maybe as a national coach would get, you know. Certain games he was not even allowed to attend at the stadium. So especially that game when he was not allowed to attend, that was a big game, but he wasn't allowed to attend. I was kind of confused as a national team coach saying that he can't attend a game. How is he supposed to guard players if he can't attend a game? He's not just a regular person, but he's a national team coach. So even the excuse that was being done there also didn't make sense also, you know. So I think there's a bit of, yes, foul play, sabotage there and there just to frustrate the coach. But yeah, I can agree with you there. Maybe we're wrong, but yeah, it doesn't look okay. Doesn't look okay.
Maybe you are wrong, but maybe the people out there will come to us and say, there's no bad blood. It's just a lack of communication, which will be ironed out. But let's hope for the best. One of the big news is Sadio Mane says he loved the Orlando Stadium. He enjoyed playing at that turf. And then he says when he retires, he wants to retire in South Africa and he wants to play for Orlando Pirates. Shakes, not Mamelodi Sundowns, Orlando Pirates. I wanted to make it clear so that you get it over Orlando Pirates. And then, guys, any other news? I saw the game between Roca Swallows and who are they playing? That was Stellenbosch. Yeah, let's talk about that. Now, remember, the coach has just come. And then the coach having come, one of the things that I noticed, I saw Manqoba coming back, you know, unlike the previous coach, Manqoba would not play. And then I saw a lot of players who were not playing under the just previous coach. They were back. Now, the other thing that worries me is this. The guy who was a caretaker coach and the coach, they were working as coach and assistant. Now, why, when the new coach or the real coach takes over, he goes back to his system? And why was the assistant coach bringing his own system? What does that say, Tsepan? Does it tell us they were not talking to each other? They don't sing from the same pipe. They don't smoke from the same pipe. What is the problem from your own distance observation?
As coaches, those people are different. Those are two different people. I think maybe given the chance that he had the chance to actually take over as a coach, he wanted to bring in his own philosophy, thinking maybe they might get better results, which they didn't, you know. So now the coach is back. He believes in a certain philosophy, and things turned out the way they turned out. So I don't know. Maybe he believed that he would actually implement something new. Probably there will be results. So that's just how I saw it. That's just how I see the current situation.
Shakes, does it happen that you have a coach and an assistant, but not talking the same language? Does it happen?
Oh, definitely, it does happen. It does happen a lot in football. You know, you can be an assistant, but when you are an assistant, that is exactly what you are. Your job is to assist the coach that is in charge. So you cannot go against what the coach that is in charge wants to do, even though you have your own thought patterns and your own ideas, but then when you are assisting a coach, you've got your own ideas. So you want to even when you want to make sure that you are doing what the main coach wants you to do. But when you get an opportunity, like the assistant coach of Swallows was getting an opportunity now, like Tshepang is saying, you know, he wants to implement his ideas and also show what he can do. It's an opportunity for him to be seen in the PSL, and he wants to implement his own ideas, you know. With Truta, you can see that he's a coach that believes a lot in experience, you know. You see the likes of Vuyo there, the likes of Cheese Boy, Mataba, but then when the new coach came in, he had his own ideas to do something different. There's nothing wrong with that, but the results were not forthcoming, and I don't know, he just seemed like he didn't have the confidence in the team, you know, especially when we were playing Sundowns. It seemed lost. It seemed like he didn't have ideas. But yeah, when you get an opportunity, you want to implement your own ideas. Even with Manqoba Shakes, there's a lot of players that played under Pitso. But when Manqoba Shakes came in, he showed that he's got other ideas which were not the same as Pitso. He doesn't want Kekane. He preferred somebody else. Whereas Pitso will die with Kekane in the middle field. Langaman was a regular under Pitso, but when Manqoba came in, he had other ideas. So coaches will always have those ideas, and when they get the opportunity, they'll want to show what they can do with the players they believe in.
Let me ask this question. Which one is good? I, as a coach, should I select my own assistant, or should the team select an assistant? Tshepang, what's your take?
No, as a coach, I believe you should select your own assistant. For instance, remember when Pep Guardiola still had Mikel Arteta? He suggested that he wants Mikel Arteta. So even Solskjaer did decide that, no, I want Michael Carrick to stay. I want him as my assistant. So it's good to have someone that you know that you can trust, and someone who has knowledge in sense of football, who can complement you as a coach as well. You know, Arteta complimented Pep. Now Arteta is the head coach for Arsenal. So you see that it was a stepping stone for him to go somewhere. Someone who's knowledgeable about football. So it's good that way. Because mostly as club owners or as a team, most people, they don't have much knowledge as a coach, as maybe being a coach or whatever, you know. So I prefer as a coach, you select your own actually technical team.
Now, Shakes, there is no backstabbing. I've selected Shakes, and then Shakes is pimping me the other side today. There is no backstabbing there.
Let me give you an example, Prasobri. We had Histro Stoichkov as the coach. Histro Stoichkov, now you know Histro has won the Ballon d'Or before. So he was hired by Sundowns to be the coach of Sundowns, and he brought together with him Antonio Habas and his assistant. Now, when Histro was not doing the job at Sundowns, we were able to talk to Patrice and tell him that, you know what, actually these other two guys that are with him, they are the ones that really know the coaching job. You know, it was almost like Stoichkov got a tender and he got people to build for him, because those guys, they knew what they were doing. And when Patrice wanted to let go of those guys, we had to tell him as players that these guys are very knowledgeable and we can see what they're doing, you know, and we need them as the head coaches. But then obviously Histro, when these guys stayed behind and Histro left, was fired, he felt that these guys are backstabbing him. Why are they staying when he brought them there? So it happens in football. It happens in football, you know. Everybody wants that opportunity, and once it's given, yeah.
And you can say it again, because Heathrow, where is he now? He's nowhere. We don't see him coaching anywhere in the world. So maybe you guys were correct to say he was the head coach.
No, definitely.
But these guys were doing the job for him, you know, because he doesn't coach anywhere. Well, that's football.
No.
Yes, Shakes.
His throw was unbelievable on the ball, and I saw that when he was the coach of Sundowns. He used to take maybe 5 free kicks, and he used to bend that ball with that left foot. He showed me what it takes to be a Ballon d'Or winner. He showed me what it takes to be called the special player, playing wearing jersey number 10 for Barcelona. He showed me that. But as a coach, he definitely lacks a lot, because there were just a lot of things. Even the respect, you know, he had for the players. He lost a lot of respect for the players, because I think somehow he still felt that he was the best, you know, but in the coaching sense, no, he was not.
You know, they always say a best player will never tend to be a best coach. We have Rulani.
Maradona.
Yeah, we have Rulani. Rulani has never played football. Well, maybe at highest level. Maybe he has played somewhere, just like me, you know, you know. But he has become a very good reader of the game. He can analyze the game. He knows, so he's a very good coach. And then you have, like you have said, Maradona was a genius, but when it comes to him coaching, everything, the wheels came flat. Now let's go on. Peter Misimane is lamenting that the South African coaches, we spoke about this, are not given an opportunity, the local coaches. Instead, especially Chiefs and Pirates, they give European coaches a preference. And he was asking questions, what they brought to the teams as compared to the local coaches. So that was the news in passing. And another good news is Peter Misimane has reached an amicable resolution with the team Al Ahly. And then it is said his contract is worth 54 million. So he'll continue and finish. And then he said, if they want to extend for another 2 years, and then they'll talk. So they'll start talking again. So those are positive news as far as that is concerned. But let's go abroad. Guys, Man City, Leicester City. Who wants to start first?
Yeah, the Leicester City game against Man United. As a Man United supporter, but I think we should agree all say that we all saw it coming within the first 15 minutes of the game, that Leicester City was just all over Manchester United from the word go. Yes, it was a very exciting game, a very interesting match, end to end, you know, counter attack. That's why we love the Premier League, you know, the intensity is high, you know, but Leicester were just not letting it go, you know. They were just the team to watch on that day. They were on fire. You know, Manchester United were not on song on the day. All players looked, I think they looked tired. I don't know what was wrong. Even Paul Pogba said, I did say it after the game during an interview, saying that they've been playing like this for quite some time, and he's not happy based on how they're playing. They need change, because they have all the quality that they have and all the quality that they needed, but something is missing, is not right. So I wonder, when he says that, what does it mean? And a lot of supporters are saying that Ole should leave, because he's got the dream team of the Premier League, but he still can't use it. You know, they even made an example of when Frank Lampard was the coach of Chelsea last season. He had a dream team also, but he couldn't use it. But when Thomas Tuchel came in, they won the Champions League. So the same thing with Ole. So I don't know what's happening also. You can agree to what people are saying, but yeah, Leicester City, they no more a small team, as I've said before. They are a big team, so congratulations to them.
Shakes, what's your take? Do you agree that Ole should leave?
Prasobri, let's look at the teams that Man United is competing with. Man United is competing with the likes of Man City, coached by Pep Guardiola. Look at the pedigree of that coach. You have a coach, the coach that's coaching Tottenham. Look at the pedigree there. Look at Klopp for Liverpool. Oli doesn't come close to the pedigree of these guys in terms of coaching, and it's coaching a very, very, very big team. Man United is a big team, and they spent the most money. Out of all teams, Man United has spent the most money. So there is no reason for Oli not to succeed there. But I just think it's the writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall. Man United need a coach. They need a coach with all those players that they have in that team and the money they spend. The results need to show. I think really it's good for these big teams to give the players an opportunity, but I think it's time now for a change. Ole is not doing the job.
But let's look at Man United. They've tried the big guys. Van Gaal, Jose Mourinho. They've tried all the guys. What's his name? The one who was training Everton. Now he's with West Ham. They've tried all the big guys.
Pochettino was supposed to go there. Pochettino.
But maybe he followed the money. He went where the money is, you know.
But there's also money in Manchester. I mean, Zidane is also now apparently there's rumors about him. There's Conte also rumors about. Those are coaches that can actually suit Manchester United. Man United needs those type of coaches, to be honest.
If you ask me, I would say they must go for Conte. I'm not underestimating Zidane, but Conte for me. He's very calm.
You know what, Prasobri? Do you know what made Zidane so successful? Is that I don't think it's his coaching philosophy or that he's good as a coach. I think players really respect him. They really respect what he's achieved in the game, and they want to play for him. So with a team like Man United, with the type of players they have, the likes of Pogba and the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, they will want to play for a player like Zidane, like for a person like Zidane. Those players are not players you still need to coach. You just need to manage. And I think players really respect a player who's done it all, like Zidane. I think that's where his success comes from the respect he gets from the players more than his tactical or technical ability. I think the players just really want to play for a big player like him. Was a big player.
And then let me come back home. Were you guys respecting Jomo Sono since he achieved a lot in his career?
Of course, Prache. You have to respect what he did. When you think of a number 10 in South Africa, it's Jomo Sono. You know, you have to respect that what he did for the game here in South Africa, and obviously you'll want to play for a guy like that. You know, Benny was unleashed by Prache. You know, I think really that's one thing. Benny respected Prache and he wanted to play for him, and he showed us, and it set his career on fire.
So you are the player. You know it better than us. As you say, players, they play for somebody that they respect. Guys, I watched the Italian league. It was awesome. The crowds were going mad. I saw Juventus. It was a humdinger game, you know, bumper to bumper, end to end. You know, what a nice game. And I'm worried, while I'm still talking about Juventus, about Dybala. What's your take? I don't think Dybala, they said when Ronaldo leaves, we'll see Dybala. But I see Dybala is again, he's relegated to the bench. And then I'm worried about Dybala. I'm worried. And then this young man who was playing for Ajax, the defender, now
who?
Yeah, Yeah, delinked. Delinked has also been relegated to the background. I mean, Chiolin has been playing for years. I mean, he played with people like Zidane. He's still there. He's still playing, and that worries me. That if you have, or maybe he still has to learn. Although I understand he wants to leave now, he's not happy, Dylan. But with Dybala, I close my case. I don't think Dybala will come of age. That's me. Players like Dybala, these are players who show a lot of promise and then fail to fulfill it. If you remember the young man who used to play at Barcelona, Boyan, everybody said Boyan was going to be the next Messi. And what happened? He just fizzled out. You know, those kind of players. Shakes, what's your take? There's so many players like that.
Yeah, you know, a player like Dybala is a quality player, left-footed, very talented player, but is also a player that needs to be managed. That the type of player that needs a coach that will massage him, you know, to always tell him that you are special. You know, he's a type of player that needs to be managed and always made to feel good. So if you can't manage that type of player, I don't think he's strong enough to rise alone. He needs a coach to really believe in him, you know. And that's when we always see the best of Dybala. When the coach believes in him, he puts him in. And Dybala is loved by the Juventus supporters. He's really a quality player, but I think he needs to also be stronger, you know, and compete for a position there. I really believe he's a quality player. There were also rumors that he might go to Man United at some stage. I don't know what happened there. I thought that would be a good move for him to get out of his comfort zone. He's been at Juventus for a while now. Maybe he needs a fresh start somewhere else because he's really got the talent. Maybe in the English Premiership, it will be the right atmosphere for him.
I don't know, guys, what's your take? Juventus, they look like a team on fire. You know, I'd written them off. They look like, hey, this team, don't underestimate them. They are coming, you know. And they look like, you know, the move of Ronaldo has relieved the players. The players are feeling free. It's just like at Barcelona. You know, at Barcelona, I think the players are free that Messi is not there. You know, they feel free. Yes, they miss the element of Messi, especially when the chips are down. But I think they're a little bit relieved. And the same with Juventus. They look very relieved, and they are a team to watch. And then another player, Insigne, guys, who missed the penalty. He's very underrated, a very good player. And then Foley is one of the best teams. And then and I see that Martins is not even getting the gameplay. So I don't know what happened. Guys, what do you want to take? What about the game between Lazio and Inter Milan? Yeah, and Inter lost for the first time 3-1 against Lazio. What's your take? Did you watch that game?
Yeah, actually, I watched the Serie A, actually. It was actually buzzing this past weekend. All games were actually good hot games, actually, to be honest. Yeah, the atmosphere was just out of this world. Lazio are a good team. They are a good team. Inter, I think the Lukaku situation kind of affected them in a way right now because they don't really have a target man at the moment, you know, who are as strong as Lukaku, who was as strong as Lukaku last season. So I think they're still trying to recover. Even certain players are not there anymore, you know. They lost a lot of players, good players, you know. So they're not the same anymore. You know, so Lazio, yes, they were the bigger team, actually. Yeah, they gave Inter the run for their money, to be honest. So yeah, it was a very, very interesting game.
Okay, guys, let's go to watch closer. Shakes, I want you to comment about Ansu Fati. What's your take? And also about the technique. You're a former footballer. What's your take?
Yes,
he's 18 years. Don't forget that. He's 18 years.
Yes, the boy is a champ, Prasobri. He's a gem. The boy was on injury for a while now, and he came back through the team doctor. And on his first game, he scored a brilliant goal, you know, being handed the jersey number 10, which is a heavy number 10, being worn by the best player in the world. And then they give the young boy who's 18 years old, I mean, how historic is that? To be given that jersey shows how much they believe in your talent. To get that jersey at Barcelona, which was won by Ronaldinho and Messi, and then they give it to Ansu Fati. I think the boy has what it takes, and we shouldn't try and compare him to the guys that I mentioned, Ronaldo and Messi. I think we must just give the boy a chance and give him time. I really believe he's got the talent, and his technique is out of this world, you know. The goal he scored this weekend, it's not anybody's goal. It shows that he's a special player. And I think it's just going to grow through leaps and bounds. He's got time on his side. And I just want people just to give him respect for his game and not try and compare him to Messi, because Messi is something else. So
he plays a different kind of football. You cannot compare them.
Yeah.
He's going to be a star in his own right. He's playing a different kind of football. And then he shoots from outside. He's very quick. He's sure about the goalpost. He doesn't beat about the bush. He's confident. You know, after scoring the goal, I saw him fetching the ball and telling the guys, don't celebrate, let's move on. We want to finish.
Yeah.
So that shows the
I love the attitude.
Yeah, the
I
level
love the
of
boys' attitude.
The confidence. What do you take, Tsepang, about Gavi?
Yeah, I was about to say, Ansu is surrounded by two gems actually in the Barca camp. There's Gavi and there's Petri. So they are all peers, you know. So that shows you that Barcelona actually, there's a certain direction that they're moving towards during this building phase, you know. That boy Gavi is so energetic, you know. He plays more like Iniesta. I can't compare him, but he's similar to him, like the energy levels, you know, how he moves, how he passes the ball. Like the energy is just so much that you'd swear that he's, I don't know how old he is, you know, but as young as he is, like he's so matured. Yeah, 16 years, yes. He's so matured. That's why I'm saying I'm comparing him to Iniesta, not in that level, but you know, the way he plays. So there's a lot to look out for. There's a lot to look out there within that Barca camp. Yes, as you're saying, the ships sometimes are down. Well, they are mostly at this phase, but these boys are actually coming up. You could tell that this is the future. They're
Okay,
heading
guys,
to the right
I
direction.
know it's nice when you talk about this. The show is very exciting, but we've been doing the show for more than an hour now. So hence I want us to stop, and thank you very much. You made brilliant contribution to the show. And we go to the usual one, the Messi special that I want to share. And people are saying, this is something that I want to show. Shakes, people are saying, what's his name? I hope you see this one. Can you see this one?
Yes, I can see it.
All right.
Yes, I can see
Sepang,
it.
can you see? Now,
Yes.
people are talking about the Ballon d'Or. Many names have been brought, you know. But if you look at what is happening there, Lionel Messi, compared to the two guys, when it comes to goals, Messi's at 38, Lewandowski is at 50, and Benzema is at 34. Messi's got 14 assists, Benzema's got 12, and then Lewandowski 8. Points won, 36, that's Messi, 25 Lewandowski, and then 32 Benzema. And when it comes to man of the match, Messi leads the two combined. Messi's got 26. The two, when you combine them, is 25. So I don't know the story of Benzema or somebody else will win the Ballon d'Or. Big chances. Messi is at 26. Lewandowski 16, Benzema at 14. Big trophy, Messi Copa, Lewandowski Bundesliga, and then Benzema UNL. I don't know what is that. UNL. Which trophy?
Nations League. Nations League.
Nations League.
Nation
Yes.
League.
Yeah, the one it just won now.
Oh, just now. All right. And then individual awards. Messi's got 5. And then his awards have, I mean, collectively, Benzema and Lewandowski, they equal Messi. Benzema's got 1, and then Lewandowski's got 4. Guys, it's written on the wall. This is Messi's Ballon d'Or. You know, somebody was arguing that Benzema, they said he should win. He said, if you look at what is his name, Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay has more goals outside the box than Benzema. All right, and now are you saying Memphis Depay should, even Ansu Fati has got more goals outside the box than Benzema? Are you going to say they should win the Ballon d'Or? Guys, I'll keep on reminding you about Lionel Messi, the Messi special. So I'm gonna do the Ngwenya special at some point. Some few years to come, I'll be doing that one. Gentlemen, thank you very much. And then it was a nice show. I really enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tsepang, bid the viewers farewell.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Shabalala, and to you also. It was an honor again, Mr. Shakes. Thank you very much, and to the viewers out there. Hope everyone enjoyed the show. Looking forward to seeing you guys again Saturday morning. Thank you very much.
Guys, I must apologize. I was supposed to have accepted it 20. I don't know what happened. I forgot. In fact, he was late. So that is why I forgot. And then I really, really apologize. Shakes, bid the viewers farewell.
Thank you to the viewers for joining us. And please always let us know where we can improve. We're here for you to give you the best news. And we appreciate you. Keep on following us, subscribe, tell other people about us. We unpack it here on the Big R.
This coming weekend, on Saturday morning, big ones. It's all derbies. It's all derbies. El Clasico, Liverpool, Man City. It's going to be nice. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.